Hey, Stream Queens listeners, we just want to take a moment to be honest with you about something and offer kind of a disclaimer about this upcoming episode of Stream Queens. Julia?
So, folks, our audio isn't up to snuff, isn't up to par. We had an issue with our mics. This is going to be our iPhone audio, but the content is as good as we've ever done, if not some of the best.
It's some of the best. We thought about re-recording it with our mics for y'all, but honestly, we nailed it the first time, so...
we can't wait for you to hear what we have to say.
Yeah, and another quick disclaimer is that when we continually refer to Brian Murphy, we are, of course, talking about world-famous showrunner Ryan Murphy.
Well, he doesn't respect me. I don't respect him. It's Brian.
Enjoy the episode.
What's your little robot one that doesn't...
Ripple.
Ripple.
We should get Ripple sponsored. Ripple, we both are looking to quit Nick. If you wanted to help us out by sending us some Ripple, we hate these. We use them constantly.
Addicted to it almost.
Addicted to it. It's as if these are addictive or something, which I think is weird.
Because it's full of poison.
Because and so it's weird. It doesn't make me feel good, and I do it all the time. So Ripple,
cheers.
if you want to help us out, you know where to find us.
This is the beginning
of our relationship with Ripple.
I'm so excited for different deals.
Oh my god, I can't wait to
This made me feel like what we watched this week made me feel very Girl Boss
Ready
2010. Made me want to put my hair up into a messy bun and handle it.
Welcome to Stream Queens of Odd.
I'm Julia Wendt.
I'm Erin McKeon.
She is the Emmy Award-winning producer behind your favorite television shows.
And she is the indie darling of the Tribeca Film Festival.
And this is Stream Queens the Pod, the host of Rage Bait and Misinformation for the Digital Age.
Of course, yeah. We have the definitive take on television, pop culture, and whatever the hell we're streaming this week. And this week, y'all...
Court's in session.
Yeah,
gavel.
Streamed, of course. It's going to go ahead and be Brian Murphy's new joint, All's Fair, starring Kim Kardashian.
The war to end all wars.
Should we read a quick description?
Yeah, can we describe to people?
If you're not aware of All's Fair, here's kind of a bit about it. It's going to go ahead and be All's Fair is an American legal drama series created by Ryan Murphy and starring Kim Kardashian, Naomi Watts, Niecy Nash Betts, didn't know about Betts, Tiana Taylor, Matthew Noska, Sarah Paulson, and Glenn Close. The series premiered on November 4th, 2025 on Hulu.
Election day? Day before? Day after? Okay. Premiered on Hulu, pardon.
It received overwhelmingly negative reviews from critics who criticized the writing and Kardashian's performance, but was the most watched scripted Hulu show debut in 3 years.
Can I expand a little bit about the press?
Go ahead, please.
I've been screen capping all week, including, Miss Girl, aka Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Was been kind of like trolling online. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
She's doing a little trolling?
Yeah, she's like, have you tuned into the most critically acclaimed show? And it's like...
Oh, because the critics hate it?
Yeah, and it's screenshots of being like, this is the first show to premiere with 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Awesome.
You mentioned the Rap article that is described. It's truly baffling how terrible All's Fair is. One wonders if Ryan Murphy is engaged in some sort of social experiment to see if he can get away with making the most transparently terrible show on Disney's time. Maybe it's self-sabotage. Or it's simply that nobody says no to Murphy. And the end product is a glossy but shockingly slapdash production where some of the most charismatic actresses of our generation are left braying in the wind for a trite #girlboss fantasy that's a decade too late. Love. And then it becoming... All's Fair is currently the most watched title on Disney Plus in the world, ranking first in 28 countries and opening with, as you said, 3.2 million views.
Yeah.
The girls are laughing.
They really are. They're like, it does feel like Brian Murphy, who we've, of course, to talk about our relationship with the text, there's a lot of places to start, but I know we both have a relationship with Brian Murphy over the years, as we all do, as consumers of content.
Right.
You can't get away from this.
It's like microplastics.
Yeah, and like
he's in everything.
He's in everything, and like I love some of the work. Yeah. Some of the Brian Murphy shows
I like some of the Gaga
are
songs.
some of my favorite songs.
Which ones? Talk to me about it.
Glee, of course.
Right.
Classic.
Which I didn't watch because it was gay. And
right.
I was closeted transgender.
Of course. Well, It's fabulous, and honestly, I would recommend returning to it.
Really?
Yes. I rewatched some of it recently. Holds up. Perfect show.
That's a hot take, I feel.
The Glee's a perfect show.
And ages perfectly.
Oh, that's funny because I feel like on my feed, I feel like
Yeah.
that just goes to show you how much the algorithms are kind of like really just directed to us and to reinforce that belief. Because to me, I was like, no, that's not a hot take. That's what everyone thinks.
When you say algorithm, I see it like capital A.
Yeah.
Like I see capital G God.
Yeah.
Like
the algorithm.
Yeah.
Like for sure. Of course. The algorithm is my God.
Well, and Ryan Murphy is kind of the algorithm.
Right. But he wasn't always, you know what I mean? He was once just an early show creator.
A budding evil gay guy
when he did American Horror Story Season 1. That, of course, mattered a lot to me
everyone.
as well as others.
I think American Horror Story Season 1 changed the culture.
Huge. That was a huge cultural shift.
And changed, okay, like, we talk a lot about creators and auteurs on here. And again, like, the more I see of Brian Murphy, that's a degenerative chronic illness. Like, it's getting worse over time.
Oh, Brian Murphy's, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's riddled, like, it's spread all over his body, his brain, his heart. It's like, it's metastasized. And you can see, I'm like, oh, this is a very sick man. This is a man who's very ill mentally, and we were being treated to this in this way. Right. I felt like I was being fucked with. You mentioned the word trolling. Do you think he's trolling us?
I think I would never go as far to say that Brian Murphy is mentally ill, though the work is often you would think the person behind it may be perhaps a bit disturbed.
Okay, sure.
But
deranged.
Perhaps a bit. He's certainly interested in those topics, over the years, and he's done some really crazy stuff on his TV shows.
Yeah, didn't he do? I never watched. Was it Nip Tuck?
I did not watch Nip Tuck. That's probably the one Brian Murphy joint I've not seen.
I would love. We don't really do correspondence, but chat. If you're a Brian Murphy scholar, drop a line, and we'd love to get maybe a little segment with you. I want to know. There's people who have dedicated their careers
to studying Brian Murphy.
Yeah, to studying Brian Murphy, and some of the shit he was doing in Nip Tuck was foul.
I bet. Yeah.
And it's super transphobic. I think all of the cast of Pose was kind of so he's really bad to us. You guys know that, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
And so that makes it tough.
Right.
There's a couple creators where it's we can't, if we get in a room together, there's going to be problems.
I would love to invite Brian Murphy on the pod. Is that something you would be comfortable with?
If we had the opportunity to have Brian Murphy, I just learned about a really influential Jewish leader at the end of 1935 world history, who sat with Heinrich Himmler, kind of the architect of...
I'm aware of Himmler.
Yeah, Heinrich Himmler, the architect of the concentration camps and the Lebensrausen, and this guy sat with this fucker, this Jewish leader, sat with him for 2.5 hours while kind of Heinrich tried to be it's actually chill and good, right. But saved, this guy was able to save millions of kind of Jews and other victims of the Nazis by participating in this horrible 2-hour conversation. So in that way, I think that we could probably do a lot of good by sitting down with the architect of evil, Brian Murphy. Rage bait and misinformation. Bing.
I just want to go on the record and say, Brian Murphy, love ya. Would love to work with you. Would love to meet you.
No, come sit on the couch.
Huge fan. Come sit on the couch.
He would walk into this apartment like Hillary Clinton seeing that white refrigerator.
Oh my God. He would be shocked walking into this apartment. Brian Murphy would not know how to handle himself here. He would literally be like, how do you... He wouldn't move. He'd be wiping down surfaces. He'd be wearing full gloves.
No, when
hazmat suit.
When a cop smells a bad smell, it's
literally. And by the way, it's clean here.
No,
this apartment is nice.
It's homey. It's lovely. He would hate it. He seems mostly obsessed with architecturally kind of vast, empty, open homes.
Sure.
What do you think of his relationship to aspirational wealth?
Well, I think obviously his relationship to the Kardashian clan is very, I don't know, it's telling of where Brian Murphy has gone, right? He is so ubiquitous at this point and makes so many shows, is so exorbitantly wealthy, and can so do whatever he wants. The rap article, you know what I mean? Does no one say no to Brian Murphy? And I think the answer is no. Nobody said who would say no to Brian Murphy.
No one who survives.
Well, yeah, exactly. And also he's cash cow. Like whatever he's doing is going to make money. Like why would you say you're a network? You're somebody who's going to say no to Brian Murphy. Like
you don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
100%. And so I think his like rise to that class and that echelon of people is very interesting because I think now that is the perspective from which he comes.
Which is like this escalation in class. I wonder what his background is.
Yeah, I don't know much about where he comes from initially.
Because there's a perversion. He's shooting wealth porn.
Yes, he's definitely shooting wealth porn, and he is, well, like, he's shooting his...
Does he have an architectural digest, or, like, there's too much BDSM stuff in his house to tour?
Yeah, it's probably... Yeah.
Which I would feel bad. Like, it's not in my nature to kind of, like, do... It's not in my public character to disparage and be homophobic as, like, a way to, like, kind of knock down...
Okay.
That's not what I do. However, like, Brian Murphy obviously hates gay people.
Yeah, and I'm like, do you want to publicly say that Brian Murphy hates gay people?
Oh, I would just, I would like to go on the record and say that Brian Murphy hates gay people. And, like, well, I'm not really comfortable usually, like, using and weaponizing I'm not, like, publicly comfortable weaponizing and using homophobia, but he's obsessed with it, right? Like, we see that in... All's Fair is a legal drama, ostensibly, right? Probably a procedural. It's giving... My first big girl job was on Good Fight, which was a Paramount Plus legal drama, which is no longer on. Like, I think that one of the questions we had about this is, what is this?
Yeah.
It's like, it's fitting that spot, I think, of, like, a legal drama with high-powered women. Like, that's kind of what Good Fight was.
Yeah.
And this is, like, if you took... I don't really know, again, what is this?
I ultimately think it's... Okay, have I told you about enshittification and slop?
What is enshittification and slop?
Can you hand me the notes?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, let me get the iPad in here to really, like, do some justice.
And we can
Well, because you pointed out, right, you kept saying as we were watching All's Fair, like, is this AI screenwriting? And I'm like, to me, what it is it's certainly... It's slop, which is why it's so popular and ubiquitous. Like, this is... Okay, I learned about enshittification and slop from Brad Trammell, who does, like, video essays.
Secret numbers for it, yeah.
Okay, this kind of thesis. So basically, like, enshittification is a stage when companies deliberately degrade user experiences to appease shareholders, leaving users stuck with worse services at higher prices, right? So enshittification is when, like, you get a whole culture, right? Like, kind of hooked on Uber instead of public transportation. Then Uber's prices rise and you wait longer for a car, and then it becomes, but you're so ingrained in the system, like, it gets shittier and shittier over time because now they're valuing shareholders over users. That's enshittification. It's when companies deliberately get shittier after you're already kind of a user.
And more expensive, right? Like, it's OpenAI who for a long time was like, we will always be free in public.
Correct.
And it's like, so it's going to cost money now.
And they're going to be a worse experience, right? Like, when I first started using chat to now, like, I think chat's actually gotten worse, and it's like, and I'm paying for it. When I used to be a free user and it was better and more interesting, and now it's kind of like, it's, you know.
And that's where I was like, is it AI? Because it's not only seems worse, but it's like, what AI is good at is kind of scanning everything and identifying patterns and then trying to, like, replug inputs into that.
Right.
And that's what this felt like. Somebody who's, like, searching for patterns and is, like, it's like, no, okay, if you ask AI, can you show me a clock at 10:30? It knows clock, it knows time, and then it just turns out sometimes clocks with, like, 5 hands.
Right.
And this is a 5-handed clock that Ryan Murphy makes.
I completely agree, because this show is, like, and that's what I mean by, like, Brian Murphy is, like, a corporation at this point. And so what he's doing is putting out deliberately, it's a worse user experience. It's a worse watching experience, but it's to appease, it's going to make the most money because it's so bad, all press is good press, which is a very Kardashian style mindset, right? That it's like, because it's bad, that makes people are interested and they want to watch it. And so I think that their collaboration makes a lot of sense in that way. And the fact that it's bad is part of it. And I think it's intentional. And it's so to go on with this, like, what slop is. And I'm reading this from a Broad Jamel Instagram description. Just citing my sources.
Thanks for doing that.
But if enshittification marks the peak of corporate extraction, then slop is its cultural byproduct. Content that's low effort, high engagement, and endlessly replicable.
Yes.
So, like slop is a system of cultural production engineered to exhaust attention, suppress agency, and reward passivity. Slop is what remains when platforms optimized for extraction abandon quality in favor of engagement. So I think that's what this is a good example of. Like, he's talking about like social media slop, like all the AI brain rot content that you're constantly fed and spit out, right? And how these platforms, Instagram used to be art and photos and stuff your friends posted and made. And there was it did. I mean, there was a time when that's what it is. And now it's half of everyone's feed is ads and slop and, you know, engaging content, but that is not anything. Whereas this, I think, is the same thing. Like, when a platform like Hulu and streamers are optimized for extraction, they are quite literally abandoning quality in favor of engagement, because the show, as we've seen, agreed all around by all accounts, is bad.
Yes.
Is
not a good show. An
inferior
watched. Product.
An inferior product with more engagement. It is the biggest debut Hulu has had in 3 years. Like, that's crazy.
And it's not... When you read that definition of AI slop, it literally, my brain went, I took a sigh, like designed to promote engagement, like increase passivity and like contentness, like and reduce agency. I'm like, that's exactly what this show does.
Doesn't it feel nice?
It feels really good. Like, of course you would watch this.
And I think that's the whole kind of Kardashian ethos as well, right? Like, they just are going to continue to feed you. And the wealth porn is the same thing too, right? You can totally be like, and I'm not trying to say like, you know, again, I'm not going to say Brian Murphy hates gay people, but I am going to say that Brian Murphy and the Kardashians are certainly a part of, it's not that they are feds in terms of they've signed a contract and do it, but I'm like, these are the people that we're talking about that intentionally suppress culture to keep us kind of caged in our little, I don't know if it's Big Brother Fahrenheit 451, where we're in a little screen box and we never leave our cells because we're fed so much content in them, and it's comfortable and you can lay on your couch, watch this wealth porn and this like drama that is so like, watching All's Fair feels like watching vertical shorts on TikTok, and it's like you can sit there and watch it for hours and not do anything in the real world, and it only does serve to benefit corporations and rich people like Brian Murphy and Kim Kardashian who are not doing that, who are living full lives in their wealth, and what they get, their experience of the world is not inside a little screen box. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, there's a nefarious quality to watching something like All's Fair where it feels like I'm like, I'm being had.
Of course.
Like, I feel like I'm being fed to the Anaconda and Anaconda. The capitalist snake machine. Like, watching this makes me feel like I'm a victim. I'm like, oh, and it's right in my face, and they're actually telling me like,
you're a pig.
You're a pig. Here's this slop.
You're
Eat
pathetic.
it up, little piggy.
Yeah.
Eat it up, you pathetic little piggy.
And it sucks because it feels you're being force fed, and then all of a sudden it's like it becomes pleasure. But it's
and then it goes,
I was angry watching it.
And then it goes, do you want some more? And I go, yes,
hypnotic.
Sir. It's hypnotic. And I go, yes, sir, give me some more, please.
I wonder.
And then I say, thank you, Brian Murphy.
Thank you, Brian Murphy. Trying to answer the question, what is it? I'm interested. I love that we're talking about tech and then we're talking about media. I really thought of it, to me, what is this? A product, and a mass consumer product that, like, make no mistake, it's expensive to make, but like the cuts are weird. It doesn't really make sense. And it's like, it's a mass product that's accessible that everyone can have, but you pick it up and you're like, the stitching is like, and it's like, yeah, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're not buying it for good stitching. If you're like us and you want good product, you'll go search for like a superior product.
Yeah, like this show is the Taylor Swift cardigan that is bad.
And yet, what song do we listen to all the time?
We listen to all of Taylor Swift all the time.
Right. And like, we'll go really high art and I'm still like mouth open, like I'm
ready to eat my slop.
Yeah, like a little baby bird.
Literally. Like.
But why is Brian Murphy, instead of like giving us like being like he's like shitting in our open mouths.
I think because he once didn't. You know what I mean? I'm sure the way these other shows were made, not just I don't know much about any accusations which exist about Brian Murphy's behavior on set and how he may treat people. That aside, the content of I didn't watch Nip Tuck, but Glee, early American Horror Story, that was not slop. That was certainly new forms. That was exploring the form of television. Those were new shows. They hadn't been seen before. There was something artistry. There was real artistry in television in all of those early shows. And even some of his more recent shows. I really liked the one where Ben Platt runs for class president. I really like and those are, I think that was 5 years ago or something, but still
Judith Light was in too. I like the cinematic universe. For
sure. But now he's kind of devolved into this territory of exploiting, he's looking exploitation in the face, right? There's so much dialogue around true crime type of stuff. He dove right in and it was romantic, and it does hot Jeffrey Dahmer. You know what I mean? He's not afraid to do stuff that is grotesque to most people and is considered as such. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to romanticize serial killers. He's I'm going to make 4 different series that do that. And it's you're not supposed to
Yeah, that's his contrarian bent is annoying in the same way that I think one of my chief critiques of this show internally, I'm not going to say it, who gives a fuck? It doesn't matter. But in my head, I'm this is pissing me off because it's giving gay guy feminism. It's giving oppositional feminism where it's you're not supposed to be a boss lady who is suck my pussy and we drink and we smoke and we're rich like guys and do guy stuff, but just as girls. And it's that to me is, it's okay, that's uninteresting.
The girl boss feminism of the show.
Is it?
It is totally girl boss feminism, no?
I was gonna say yes, because they're not women.
Ooh. Who's not women?
Cut it.
Who's not women?
Well, the characters aren't women. To me, I don't know if these aren't real women. Who is this?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say the show's dabbling in realism, but that doesn't make it not girl boss feminism. Yes, they're characters.
What's girl boss feminism to you? To me, Amelia Red is girl boss feminism.
Probably, I don't know. Girl boss feminism is female-owned company by women for women, and girls can be powerful too.
Because girls is players too.
Because girls is players too. That's girl boss feminism. It's just oh, this is it. It's being the leader in the boardroom as a woman in a chic blazer and doing it in heels, or in perhaps kind of a showing your thong over your ass while you're wearing kind of a suit and tie. That's girl boss feminism, which is one of the best moments in the show. It's certainly that wide shot of Kim Kardashian just left this big legal briefing, and then the camera pans and you see that she has this whale tail pant going on.
It's insane. And I hear you in another room going, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And it's and you're supposed to gag on it, fag. That's what it feels, where it's somebody was one of the posts in Kim Kardashian's troll carousel was this is for millennial gays and wine moms. Do you think that, because I can see the pitch, right? As we're watching this, I can reverse engineer the pitch.
It's a perfect pitch. Hey, do you want an all-star cast and an all-female legal drama about high-profile, big-money divorces? Well, yes. Green light.
No.
Of course, that sounds like it will work no matter what. Oh, and Kim Kardashian is the star? Yeah, it's going to work.
It's starring Glenn Close in that description heartily.
I think she'll be in it more.
I hope so.
Because I will say the best thing to come out of this show...
Yeah, please.
...is, of course, the press tour and the relationship between Sarah Paulson and Kim Kardashian. That is a light. Those two cackling. Sarah Paulson goes on the Kardashian. She's giving a tour of Kris Jenner's house. It's her own. Lawrence, she's having so much fun. I'll watch Sarah Paulson do anything. She's hilarious.
Yes.
And her and Kim seem to be schoolgirls who need to be separated in class, and every interview that they do, they're just giggling nonstop, and they're so fun.
Okay, and to that point, again, I don't want to pretend that there aren't like serious and severe women, but those two women you just described are powerful business moguls
Yes.
and giggle. Do you know what I mean? And are unserious and are like like not unserious, but have fun. You don't need to play to the interview.
Oh no, they are unserious. There's BTS of them on set that everyone's going, they can't look at each other in scenes because they just start laughing. And Kim Kardashian goes on to say her line multiple times when she comes on. She's like, "Good to see you, friend Sween." And then they just start cracking up.
That's funny.
It's so funny. And that's the other thing too. Like, you can tell about this show, they are having fun making it. And I think they're having fun for multiple reasons. I think part of it
tell me it's fun.
Well, it's kind of fun to be evil. It's kind of fun to make a bad show, know you're making a bad show, know you're going to make a fuck ton of money and do it with your friends and get kind of drunk and hang out with these girls. Like, I kind of feel like the casting was Brian Murphy was like, who do I most want to, we're going to shoot this for what, 30 days? 2 months? There's no way they shot it for very long. It doesn't feel like they're doing a ton of takes. And
no, it felt like, I think the light research I did was like, they wrapped in March of this year, started in like September of last year.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, again, they're mostly in like 4 sets, it appears.
For sure. And there's all these other scenes, but I'm like, yeah, they're shooting like, I'm like, it does feel like the goal of this was to have fun for the people who were starring in and benefiting from and making money from the show. Like, I'm like, Brian Murphy's having a good time with Sarah Paulson, Kim Kardashian, Glenn Close, and the like. Kris Jenner's an EP on this show. Like, I'm like, they're all having a good time. You see Kris Jenner's on set with her little headset, like watching monitor. And I'm like,
that's what this feels like, though. It felt like too many cooks. Like, once they started running the end credits, it was like, oh, yeah.
Everyone's an executive producer.
Everyone's an executive producer. Kris Kardashian at the monitor means that I'm like, oh, so we're taking everyone's input, and that's what it feels like. You know what I mean?
For sure, but I guess it's also like, it's hard to evaluate the merits of a show that is clearly not trying to be a good show. Like, do you know what I'm like? It's not a failure to be a good show. It's an intentionally ridiculously bad show to me.
Do you think we'll keep watching it?
Yeah. Don't you? I want my slap.
My guzzle's already open. Yeah. I've still got a couple questions.
Yeah, hit me.
Wait,
for me or for Brian Murphy?
I don't have anything to say to Brian Murphy.
Okay, go ahead.
And I think you know that. I think my question is, you come from a lawyer, or you come from a lawyer of families, a family of lawyers. I do come from a family of lawyers. Do any of them practice divorce law?
No, nobody in my family practices divorce law.
What do you think of
But also divorce law is relatively new, huh?
Oh, sure, because you couldn't really do that before.
You couldn't really get divorced like this before, especially not with... Yeah, women, like these big money divorce cases where women are walking away with half of a man's billion, right? Like, no, that is a new phenomena.
Right. So we're kind of writing history as we're living it. Is
I
the
think
claim?
So. But what was your question? Sorry.
Oh no, it's good. It was like, what is, other than being ostensibly kind of like a way to wear different jewelry and kind of like shoot different like kind of cars with different exterior kind of like treatments and stuff.
Yeah, the music videos throughout.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is like clearly divorce and male-female relationships are ostensibly like what the show is about.
I don't find the show to be making any serious commentary on that. I'm like, I can't evaluate this caricature portrayal of divorce. Like, I'm like, it feels so fantasy and farcical to me as to not be making any claims at all. You know what I mean? I'm like, it doesn't feel, again, like it's going for a representation of anything that reflects reality. Other than I think there's a few little tips and tricks for women getting divorced in the show. Like, by the way, in California, there's a gifting law that if he gifted it to you, it's yours. Like, I'm like, those feel like to me little, like on Queer Eye, we have hip tips.
Oh yeah, hip tips.
Right? Which are little tips you can take home with you. I'm like, this show to me feels full of a couple little legal hip tips for women who are getting divorces, and that your prenup is not all binding. You know what I mean? Like, there's hip tips throughout on kind of how to get divorced. But of course, I mean, divorce is the greatest achievement of feminism.
Ding, ding. I like that claim.
Yeah, that's my claim. My claim is divorce is the greatest achievement of feminism. And so this show being about women divorce lawyers could be interesting. Of course, it's not, because they're not really doing that.
No.
But, and they're trivializing it. They're trivializing what is a really, I would love to see a well-made, smart show about divorce lawyers.
If this show, we keep doing metaphors, is like, this show is empty calories, and it's hard to like, you can't evaluate it as like a culinary experience.
Right, yes.
Can we try and evaluate the acting, or is it similar to everything else? It's like, this is just gloss of like, they're hinting at ideas.
Yeah, like, I don't think anybody's acting. I mean, they're acting, but they're just reading lines, like, and they're doing it's not acting, they're indicating.
Say more.
Like, in acting, there's indicating and there's acting, right? Indicating is like, I'm acting sad right now, and I'm indicating to you with my facial expressions that I'm sad, or I'm indicating to you that I'm feeling triumphant, right? Yes. But I'm not like really acting. I'm not really feeling those things. I'm not doing any kind of technique. I'm not really getting there. Like, that's not a good performance. I'm indicating. And I think this show is, you have all of these incredible actors indicating their characters. But Ryan Murphy does that a lot. That's kind of what's campy about him, is he never really goes for realism. That's not really his thing.
No, and if it is for, wine moms and millennial gays, like, what this show maybe will contribute to is like, maybe a couple people will be like a little bit meaner to their husbands for a little bit. But this isn't a show that you watch and are like, I'm gonna get divorced. This is a show that like you watch and think of all the shit that you're gonna say to your husband in a house that looks nothing like what you're seeing on TV, and being able to have that fantasy and being like, fuck my this, fuck my that, like, I'm treated like this too. And then for you to go back and live your exact same life.
That's so funny, because like, I don't even think that. I don't even think this show could possibly. It's so
escapism. If it's fantasy,
I just mean it's so farcical that I don't think it's going to have that kind of impact on anybody. I don't think anybody's watching the show and getting any ideas. I don't think that's what it's for. Like, it's not a thinker.
It's not a thinking show.
It's not a thinking show. It's a vertical TikTok. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's verticals. Like, it's not. You're not having thoughts and ideas from this show. We had to watch it twice because I said I don't remember what happened. It's literally
because nothing happens.
Zombie content. It is fast food. It's
How do you feel like being indicated that Kate Berlance is a high class or a high end dominatrix?
Yeah, I think it's like, that's Kate Berlant, and everybody knows that's Kate Berlant, and you go, right. I love her.
That's what Brian. Presumably, that's what the casting was.
That's what I'm saying, and then it's the next scene. Like, that's all this show is. You just, you're not, I don't know how you can watch the show and take anything in other than you just go,
because I'm hungry.
I love her. And then you're hungry, and then you just, and I just don't think, we can continue to watch it and see if we're going to get it, but my assumption is we're not, like, this is literally.
What you see is what you get.
And it's slop. You're not meant to register it. You just watch. This show is Xanax. This show is, you just veg out, watch the show, and it's in one ear, out the other. You're not meant to. And I could be wrong. Maybe everyone on this show had positive intentions and it's a miss, right?
I like that read.
I don't have that read. To me, I think everyone on this show knows what they're doing, and that's what they're doing. And they made this show.
I'm like, how do you expect this to matter to me at all? When I'm like, I know, Ryan Murphy, that this does not matter to you.
Of course, and it doesn't, and I don't think it's meant to matter to you. I think it's meant to make us mad, and I think it's meant to produce other content. We are, for example, right now in this moment, recording a 30-minute podcast talking about this show.
That's my everything. This show's my everything.
And it's doing exactly, we've fallen for the trap. Not only are we eating the slop, we're continuing to produce content about the slop. We're evaluating the slop. And we're going to continue to publicize it so we've fallen into the trap firmly.
No, I want to get on in this. 3.2 million views. I'm like,
let's talk
Kim
about it.
K. I'm like, if you get even a fraction of that settlement, it's going to change your life. And that's what I want to ask about your favorite quote.
Well, that's your favorite quote, right?
Is, of course, if you do this, I'm going to do what I do best. Change your fucking life. And that being one of my favorite lines out of a show that changes nobody's anything and doesn't do anything for anyone's life.
Yes, I'm going to change your fucking life.
Right, and you could go, the promise of the show is that you will get through it unchanged.
Literally, yeah. The only person whose life this show might have changed, I think, is Sarah Paulson, because she gets to have so much fun hanging out with the Kardashians. And good for her. I hope you continue to get everything you want in this life and continue to have as much fun as you're having, girl.
You're someone I'd really love to have on the podcast.
I'd love to talk to you, Sarah Paulson, in any capacity in which you're willing. Like, let's hang, girl.
Absolutely.
Sarah Paulson would make me relapse.
I'm a little bit like, we'll have martinis.
We'll have to start having
No, I'm like, I haven't thrown up the way that I am willing to throw up
with Sarah Paulson. That's literally, I'm like,
should we get a bag?
That's what would make me relapse, is Sarah Paulson wants to drink with me.
Let's get a bag.
On my way.
No, like... I'm Julia Wendt.
I'm Erin McKeon.
This is Stream Queens the Pod.
Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube.
TikTok and Instagram are going to do what we do best. Change your fucking life.
Change your fucking lives. Thanks, y'all.
Gabble, gabble.